Okay guys, welcome. How are we all doing today? Hope for a while. Like, gold has been shitting the bed a little bit overnight for those of you over the other side of the world. Whereas during the edge of the session for us over in this neck of the woods. So anyway guys, let's just kill the music a little bit and let's get cracking. As always, good morning, good afternoon, very good evening. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are around the world. So once again, well, a bit of a high impact news day we've got for the pound coming up shortly. Claim account change. Remembering last month it did actually move things a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't have any impact whatsoever. The forecast is for it to be a little more, but that means there are more people claiming unemployment benefits in the UK, which is obviously not a good thing. So that's to be the case, then that may be a negative for the pound if it does come out as per the forecast, which is or even higher than the forecast, which is still higher than the previous read. So got that coming up in about 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes. So we'll see. Won't be involved in trades right now, but on GJ anyway. But nonetheless, we will do the analysis. So in the meantime guys, if you could hit the like button, any questions, don't be shy, do say good day, and let's get cracking. Let's have a look at GJ. And looking at it just now, so the current weekly has flipped. Fairly significant pullback into that previous candle. Like I mentioned yesterday, that wick on the previous candle would suggest we've grabbed liquidity from the upside, which lines up with this previous support rejecting. And now the current weekly's made a significant upper wick and is now rejecting. So there's a high probability that we could now continue to downside. That potentially could be the highest point of the new weekly. We're just going to mark in the current weekly candle as low. The daily itself, it's still bullish in structure. We had the previous daily closing back quite a strong bullish candle as well. But what we've done is we've since come back down to this support. We have a lower low, lower high on the current daily candle, but it is at a very strong level of support. With the structure being bullish, definitely a level it could potentially bounce off. So we've got the weekly is bearish, we've got the daily structure is bullish, but forming a very strong bearish candle. So now within this current candle, once again, what I can look for to see where previously we have broken levels of support, for us to potentially pull back to retest and look for rejection of those levels within this candle for further sell options. If we perhaps close above, pop above those levels, they could provide entry points for buys on a potential for a deeper pullback within the current daily candle. Also, based off that, the fact we are at that strong support, there is a high probability that it could do that. So something we need to consider potential buys from the pullback. Looking at the 4-hour, structurally still remain bearish. We are approaching a support here to the left, and big zone guys, it's a really big zone. I'm just going to mark in close of this bearish candle for the time being. Obviously, I mean, I'll mark in the actual entire lows, but I will just adjust it to the most recent price action, so it's not going to be a massive zone. Same to the upside. So we're technically bearish and we are near the 4-hour support, not quite tapped into the lowest point, well, into the actual support itself. So based off where we're at within price action on the chart, we're currently tapping into a 30-minute support, which is just above that 4-hour level. I'm just going to adjust this zone a little bit. Just the most recent price action now. Not interested in selling it on a closure below. I'll explain when and where, when and how I might be interested in looking for the sells below. But for the time being, what I'm going to do is draw in this support at the current support at the current daily candles low, forming a bit of consolidation. If we go down to the 15-minute time frame, we can see more evident just here. So if we were to start popping above this 15-minute resistance, closing an M30, preferably up near the high, if not above. So if this current M30 closes right near the high, the issue is the news. Obviously we've got news to come, but for me, I'd be considering above that 15-minute level our potential buy options. At that point there, we're bouncing off a solid level of support, and there is probabilities, in my opinion, price could pull back. The most recent level of support we have broken, to the left, which is this level 197.440 to 197.50. So I'd be looking for potential pullbacks to that point to look for my potential sell options from that level. Now, as far as further sells below the low, kind of running out of room here. I could just adjust this a little bit, potentially, but I mean, we are consolidating. I would consider it, but the fact of the matter is, the reality is, likely it closes below it. Seeing we are consolidating, I'm not looking for impulse entries, and likely what's going to happen if closures below it, it's going to eat into the margin to the 4-hour support. So not so keen on that, but if it sets up nicely and we do have the margin, I would consider sells below the current daily candles low. So we have grabbed some liquidity at the current daily candles low. That is GJ. So 4.5 minutes. I just want to check on gold, see if there is any potential option at the open of the new candle. So hopefully that made sense on GJ, guys, and let's quickly have a look at gold before the closure of this M30/hourly candle. So the weekly, obviously, again, a big sell-off. We have broken all of the previous candle, forming a very strong bearish candle once again. I'll look to see where we potentially within this candle we'll pull back to look for potential sells, or those levels, if we close above, break above, close above, will provide entry points for buyers. What we can see in a daily, very strong level of support here to the left, what's marking the current daily candles high. Potential level that price could most definitely bounce off. But however, if we were to break below it, what we can see is we've got some pretty clean traffic all the way down towards that 25.58 on the daily time frame. So we're going to mark in the current daily candles low, which lines up with this support here to the left hand side, lows of that support. And now onto the 4-hour. We're about to close this candle, so I'm just going to mark in the resistance at the highs just here. Current daily candles high. Our support. Going to mark in the level to the left. We can see we're just at that level just now. And below it, we have that clean area traffic. So definitely be interested in the sells below that 4-hour zone, guys. Let me fix this. Oh, let me do it again. So definitely be considering the sells below that 4-hour support, and definitely be considering the buys above that resistance. As we can see, we've got clean traffic either side of the current 4-hour range. The buys above it. Now let's look at it on the 30-minute time frame. Now, for the buys above, added confluence, structure will be flipping bullish on the M30, bouncing off the 4-hour support. So definitely the buys above 26.27, definitely something I'm considering. However, if we were to pull back only to reject the resistance, 4-hour resistance 26.22 roughly, I'd be obviously looking for my catalyst within price action for my potential options to sell it from that level, guys. Pretty straightforward there on gold. Would I consider buys from the support? Potentially. I would potentially consider buys from support. What we can see right now is we're just consolidating. We know we are at a very strong level on the daily and the 4-hour. So if we were to start popping above this consolidation, I'm going to start to consider some options. Right now, don't necessarily have a catalyst. We're closing below the wick of this bearish candle. If we do pop up in the next 2 minutes, next minute and 40 seconds, then there may be an option, guys. So just keep your finger on the pulse, just in case. And what we will have at that point there is consecutive bullish candle with a long wick to the downside, rejecting this 4-hour support. This one was to close up near its high, and I could look for a potential entry. So just in case, I'm gonna keep an eye just for a little bit. Now, one major issue, who can guess? Who can guess what the major issue is? Pretty big one too. The issue itself and the level and the actual the level, like the value of the issue, if that makes sense. Anyone can take a guess? What do you guys reckon? It's not going to eventuate anyway. It's not going to be valid in 40 seconds. Tony, g'day to you, mate. Resistance to the left. No, I'm not so concerned by that. I'm more concerned by the stop loss. The stop loss would be around 60 pips. So it's not great. So we'll see if gold consolidates and starts to pop above this wick and we get a nice strong closure above it. Could be potential, guys. There could be potential for some buys. So let's wait on gold. I'm just going to adjust this so slightly. All right, so it hasn't closed strong enough, so we're just got to wait still on gold. GJ, we've got news, so it's spiked up to grab a bit of liquidity. Let's see how to actually come out the figures. Still pending. Looks like it could be negative for the pound. Oh, actually came out better. All right. So claim account, less people claiming unemployment benefits, so better than forecast. Average earnings index, better than forecast. So all in all, pretty solid figures. Unemployment rate did go up, however. A little bit of a mixed bag. I think in the end it'll just fizzle out to be a nothing burger, to be honest. But we'll see. Maybe it's going to move a bit to the upside, but there is no real valid entry in my opinion. I think you're just going to need to wait for the news to settle down, be filtered through. GK quickly, obviously affected by news. Approaching a support here to the left. Let's just quickly do some analysis on it. It's at a very strong level, obviously. Weekly, once again, this thing is an absolute mess. Is forming bearish though. He almost breaking low of that previous weekly candle. Daily structure bearish, but at very strong support. Fallout structure also bearish, but once again we're at very strong level of support on GCAD. So not going to be easy to buy it from that level. Let's look at the 30. 30 also remains bearish, but once again not easy to sell it because he's selling it into support. Not easy to buy because it's in a big downtrend. So seeing it's at the 4-hour support, just off where we are on the chart, probably makes more sense to look for the buyers at this point. Otherwise, just wait for a pullback to sell it, and yeah, reassess if possible over the low. But I'm not too keen on GCAD, to be honest. So let's just keep an eye on GJ and the gold. Now, something interesting I did take a look at just before, and for my VIP guys, I'm really liking a new potential entry moving forward. When I see it, I think it works really, really well. So I'll share that with you guys for those of you who can join the pre-MY stream later today, the members. Who we got here today? Franco, good morning to you, brother. Members, I'll send you a link just now. Link is sent. Carl, as always, appreciate you. Luke, good evening to you, brother. And Beats, good morning. Tony, Grand Rising. Yeah, Luke, if you're talking about that level to the left, the thing is, if we start to pop above that level this previous week, and we're at that point, if we close above it, we're going to be back above that support likely. So good chance. So not so concerned by that. I was more concerned by the stop loss. Sean, all good, mate. How are you? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Sketchmas, good day to you. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Now, just quickly, guys, don't forget the VIP competition is on, and it's so simple. All you need to do is be a member of the free Discord group, engage in the chat. I will drop the link for the free Discord community. Just be active in the group. Try to be as active as you can on the YouTube stream as well. And I will decide on the 20th who I believe is the most active, who seems to be the most interested in what I do, and they will get a free VIP subscription. So very simple, guys. So I don't mind what I'm seeing on gold. We're looking at the 15. What we're doing is just consolidating it for our support. So we are gathering a little bit more liquidity at this point. Now it's just a matter of having the patience to wait to see if it's going to give us our what we want to see, if our plan will present. And while we're consolidating, what I want to see is a candle closing pretty much like so, or very close to it. And if that is to be the case, then I can start to trust that maybe this 4-hour support's going to hold and just wait for a new candle to create the lower wick. That could be potential entry points. To the left of it, we've got this clean move down. There's a good chance it could correct that move back up. So that is what that would be based off. So that's what I'm looking at, guys, potentially. Sean, all good. Nice one, brother. Good, best of luck to you, my friend, with the new account, and I hope it goes well, mate. Just be, you know, calm, patient with it. Just do whatever you did to pass it, because it's obviously working. No FOMO, no FOMO, no trying on emotions if you have a bad start. So all good, bro. Just I want to see everyone do well. So Michael, g'day to you, mate. Hope you're well. Good, guys. Also, if you could hit like button, that would be much appreciated. I'm liking what I'm seeing, to be honest, on both gold and GJ. It's just now a matter of waiting for a potential catalyst to present. We're at levels I determine could be potential entry points. I mean, we've got not too far to go to the upside for buys on GJ, nor do we have too far to go for potential sell options, although I probably prefer the buys just based off the traffic to the upside. And gold, we're definitely at a level we could look for the buys from the support, and also definitely can look for the sells. We do have some very clean, squeaky clean traffic below it. So focus on gold for the time being. You're well, nice one, brother. Glad to have you on the stream. Thank you for the sub. Now Bitcoin, wow. Oof. This thing will be 100k very surely. Will not surprise me if it's tomorrow, to be honest, guys. Pains me to look at this, it honestly does. It honestly hurts me. Ethereum would probably even hurt me even more. I've not checked it out, but gotta man up and just have a look at it. Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. Buying this at $80 and now it's $3,300. That's bloody painful. Buying it at 80 and selling it for like 300. Still a decent return, but look at it now. Nags, good day. Hope you're well, mate. Been a while. Haven't seen you in the chat, but glad to have you on board. So GJ bouncing. Very difficult right now on GJ. No trades for me so far this week. Yesterday after the stream, we had an education session with the members. That was probably the best one so far, to be honest, guys. It was a really good one. Went for about 50 minutes. Recording itself, we covered a few topics and really enjoyed it. It was a really good turnout as well. Steve, good day to you.
Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning, brother. How are you? Got the stream delay in the background, the audio. Stream delay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
From the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much. And what about you?
All good, mate. All good. Been a long day yet again, but
as usual.
All good. Yeah, I'm running on a bit of adrenaline at the moment, to be honest.
At what?
I'm running on adrenaline at the moment, to be honest. Just can't close the eyes. If I close the eyes,
okay.
I'm out.
So you have a lot of things to do, or?
Yeah, a lot, mate. A lot, with obviously my brother being away, so being in complete charge of the business in the background at the same time.
Oh, okay. This another 2 weeks, or?
Yeah, it's till the 24th, I think. So another, just under 2 weeks. Never thought I miss him so much. But no, it's all right. I don't mind, to be honest. Just the long days. That's the only thing.
So very difficult to trade the last week, and also until now, I think. So I see it on GU. It's very difficult to get in. GU is moving more than as usual in the past.
Yep. A lot of volatility.
Yeah, so it's not about 10 pips. You need to extend it a little bit to 15 pips.
The stop loss.
Yeah, it's moving too much. And right now I'm looking maybe to take some early buys, because it's rejecting from a support area, H4 support area.
Yeah, over here to the left.
Yeah, and
it's tapped in.
Maybe also in regard to the positive news.
Yeah,
maybe
correct.
Maybe there could be some pullback from this H4.
Yeah, I see it potentially. I mean, like I said, it's tapped into it.
Yeah.
Now you just need to wait for a little bit of a catalyst. So what would be nice if this candle closed pretty much as is, and then the following candle maybe closed right near the high, or just engulfing slightly, and then you could probably take an anticipation that it could make a deeper pullback off this 4-hour support.
Yeah. So there is margin there for the next resistance. So, but in overall, I'm completely negative. I send it out my analysis into the group.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. And for me, I'm completely bearish on GU.
Yeah, I agree. It's in a big downtrend, but the fact of the matter is, like you mentioned, it's at a pretty strong support, so it doesn't really make much sense to sell it into the support.
Yeah.
So same as gold in particular. Gold's at a very strong support. So for me, if I want to sell, I need to wait for it to start popping below that support. However, if it does provide a price action catalyst for a buy from this level, then that's what I will be doing, irrespective of the structure as well, based off the fact that it's at a very strong 4-hour and daily level of support. So yeah.
So you would also consider maybe buys on gold?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see it also because it's moving a lot down the last few days, and achieving such a support area, or H4 support area in this case, could maybe leads in some small pullback. Maybe we can participate.
Correct. Also, 2600 flat is another level to consider. That maybe that's where, remembering that, you know, the markets are run by primarily by algorithms, and this week rejected that level right on 2600 flat. So that could be a level it eventually pops down to fetch some more liquidity from before it bounces. But we could be able to get in some sells prior to that. That's the thing. If it does close below at 2602.80 roughly, still going to be enough margin, even though we're approaching that 2600 flat. So there could be options to sell it below support. Another very interesting thing, again, I'll share it with the members, the VIP, later. Something Tommy made me aware of this, one of the members, and this is also something where I learned when I first started trading about as well. So he actually reminded me of it, and it's been very true on gold of late. I'll share it with you guys.
Good to hear. So
a little bit later
to hear some new things there, so which you are seeing in the market.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why you have this yeah, how to call it, that you are making this for some years. So and you see things maybe that I cannot see.
Yeah, maybe it's just the experience. Maybe be part of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a few things I've been noticing. One thing you guys will know about, but it's just on a different time frame. I think it works very, very effectively. I'll discuss that a little bit later. Bemba, good morning to you, my friend. Thanks. Yeah, man, really missed the streams. Been off a bit, but glad to be back. Nice one, brother. Welcome back. GJ just remaining in the same area, in this minor range between 197 flat, 197, wow, 25. Let's look at gold on the 15. All right, this is good. Bullish engulfing could be options. Bullish engulfing, I'm talking about the most recent bearish candle, the previous candle. I think that could be enough of a catalyst. With the entries, depending on how far, if it did close above, how far above, the entry could be above that highest point of the bearish candle, the resistance on the 15 minute just here, or it could be just a little bit below, or if we engulf that candle high, and obviously it's going to be a little bit higher up. All good, mate. All good, Sean. Once again, guys, if you could just do me a favor and hit like button, that'd be really, really appreciated. We can look at EU. So it looks like approaching the previous daily candle's low. Pretty choppy area, traffic to the left though. Weekly strong bearish at a very strong level of support, as is the daily 4 hour. Very strong level of support. No upper wick on the current candle. Is bearish in structure. So like all the other majors, I mean, they all seem to be very bearish at the moment. They're all at pretty strong levels though. They pulled back to some very significant levels, and based off that, not gonna be easy to sell it. So I'd rather look for potential pullback options to look for a buy, and then look for a sell higher up on most of these pairs. Things you need to consider that, and on EU, or no matter what pair you're looking at trading, gotta see, look back to the left and see, do you have some clean areas? As far as this chart is concerned, as to the upside, it's very choppy. You've got bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. What I can see is the little interruption entry play would have worked. Would have worked here. Would have been stuck in a little bit of drawdown, only about 4 pips by the looks of it, but it eventually made the move. Yeah, But I mean, other than that, I think you need to just wait for it to create a bit of a clean move to cut through some of that mess, or a clean move down, pull back for a sell. But not interested in trading at EU either way. So let's just keep it on gold for a bit. We got gold, we got its little brother or sister, whatever you like to call it. Silver also at a very, very strong level of support to the left. Personally did buy a little more physical silver yesterday, since retraced a bit more, so not a problem. It's dropping, I'll just keep buying. Steve, hope you don't mind me asking what happened the other. All good, mate. All good. No, I just decided to do my own thing. I appreciate the opportunity that I was given with the old stream, but there were a few little conflicts of interest there, I suppose. I wanted to do a few things my way as well, which needed to get the tick of approval all the time, so I didn't really like having to do that. And yeah, I just thought it was time to do my own thing, trade my own way. I definitely learned a lot from that, from the group itself, from Matt as well. But I just thought it's time. I've got my own secret entries now. Well, most of them is not a secret anymore. You guys know most of them. But yeah, I enjoy the teaching aspect as well. I enjoy the coaching. I really enjoyed the education session yesterday. That's when I'm in my prime, when I can just go off on a tangent for like 30 to 45 minutes to an hour when I'm given a topic to cover, and to see the development in the guys as well with some of the results being fantastic. So everyone's at different stages, but for me, I was at the stage where I just felt it was best to go off on my own. Not easy, definitely not easy. I mean, the old channel had over 20,000 subscribers. This one's got like what, 2,800 now, just over. But I'll get there. I'm committed to making the name, the brand, quite a popular one amongst the industry. Take time, but what I like to do is I like to teach people to trade with patience and discipline based off rules and what works for me, and hoping it can rub off onto some of you. That's the whole point of it. It won't necessarily resonate with everyone. Some people just be on the stream because they enjoy crap that I talk or whatever. Some are going to be on to learn, some are going to be on to see if we can try to grab a few trades together. But either way, I just appreciate all the support, so we'll definitely get there. So right now we're looking for gold doesn't just completely die. I'll be looking for potential gold sells. Now there is no impulse entry. What we've got to consider is, first of all, we're coming from consolidation. Second of all, we're coming from above the support. So therefore, what I need to do is just patiently wait for a closure below. The options are, if it doesn't just completely melt, look for a potential continuation sell on the flowing candle, or I could look for the limit order potentially, because the 30-minute has been trending prior to it. Yes, we consolidated a little bit in 15, But prior to it, we actually had been trading prior to it on my catalyst time frame, that being a 30. We had created a nice clean impulse down, a healthy pullback, just a small one without much volume. And now it looks like we're ready to continue down with the clean traffic to the left. So I'm just following my rules, and my rules suggest to me I need to wait for a closure. And they're the options now, whether it be continuation below the catalyst candle low or upon a pullback on the limit order. Steve, all good, mate. I remember the name. I'm sure I've seen you on my new stream. Maybe I haven't. Wow. I definitely remember your name though. John, all good, mate. Mr. Phil, good morning to you, brother. All good, mate. All good. To be honest, I haven't even spoken to Matt for God knows how long now. For probably not heard from him since January, I think. I hope he's well. I got no, no beef at all. I don't think he was too happy with one or two things that I posted on IG, but none of them were directed at him. It's just he can make of it what he wants, but nothing was directed towards him. But yeah, no hard feelings in on my behalf anyway. I appreciate the experience. I appreciate what I learned, and yeah, it's time for me to do my own thing. DJ also dropping. Again, guys, they're very difficult entries at the moment because everything's moving without the confirmation prior to it. The gold is what we're definitely focused on because this looks like a decent option. Now, is the 5 minute going to pull back, retest? This is fantastic. What I'd now like to see is this counter reject, close weak bullish, and then the continuation play. So the sells below the candles low is more probable than limit order. Reason being is because we already pulled back to retest this zone, the previous support within the catalyst M30 candle on the 5 minute. So the probabilities are the new candle open up, and let's just say that's the candle closure. There's probabilities are that the new candle open up, small upper wick, not necessarily pulling back to tap into that zone, and so therefore the limit order would not be triggered in. As it begins to break candles low, there's a high probability seeing we're pulling away from that previous zone, clean traffic to the left, high probability of making a nice clean move down. So that's what we really like to see. This isn't what we want to see if it does close back above, because then what we've done is closed back above the support and we're essentially just back into consolidation. Maybe this was a liquidity grab from the range below. So pure breakouts, if you set a sell stop, I mean, congratulations. I hope you secured something, because look at it now. DJ also tapping into 197 flat at the moment. Alright, so we're still focused on gold, guys. Still, anything can happen in a minute and a half. We close below, there could be options for the continuation sell. We close where we are just now, we just need to wait. We mainly need to wait 15 minutes though, because this wick would suggest that if we fail to close below, this could just be a liquidity grab, sweeping the daily low, and the support, or our support, just to grab a bit more liquidity. And then if the following candle on the 15 closes back above some of this mess to the left, then we could look for a buy based off that. We are at a 4 hour level of support. That's what I'm currently considering. If this candle closes like so, I need to wait probably another 15 minutes and we could have some potential options. Sean, yeah, I probably would have got slippage because that just seemed to have died once it broke. So yeah, likelihood would be that it would have been slippage. Sorry to harp on, guys, but there's 39 on stream. If you could hit the like button, it'd be much appreciated. Guys, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask me, request to look at any particular pairs. I will do so. I need to send in a chart if you don't want to. All right, so we're closed basically right in the consolidation. So unfortunately, this has done nothing to give me the confidence that we're ready to move up or down. I once again just need to wait a little longer. Like I said, it could be just another 15 minutes and we could have options. But for the time being, I am needing to wait. GJ has closed fairly strong. All right, what can we do in GJ? What margin do we have? Yeah. Don't even have 10 pips. Below the wick of that candle, the previous candle's low, you've got about 9 pips, around 8.5, 8 pips once you account for spread. So it's gonna wait on gold. Oz silver, please. Yeah, no problem. The silver is very similar to gold at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's at some very strong higher time frame levels. Weekly, forming obviously a very strong bearish candle. We're just broken a support on the weekly. So once again, based off the way this candle is forming and considering we have lower highs, lower lows, what I'd be looking for on the 4 hour and probably M30 more so are the potential levels that we could pull back to, and those levels are previous levels of support that we have formed on the move to the downside. Those levels could provide entry points for the sells if we did reject. They'd take it back down towards the current weekly low. They could also provide entry points for the buys if we start to pop above and close above those levels of resistance. Daily structure itself is technically bullish, but it is now retesting the last significant higher low, so it could be potentially flipping structure. We need to wait for this candle to confirm that though. So once again, we're at a very strong level of support. What I'd be marking is the current daily candle's high, just in case, seeing we have that lower high, lower low, and we are at a support. Could be options for it to potentially bounce, and if we broke our own high, good chance we'll make a deeper pullback, and we may have just grabbed some liquidity from the high time frame support, the 4 hour. Structure wise, it's bearish, but once again, can't deny the level it's at. It's at a very significant level. So just based off the levels we're at, this is very similar to gold. I'd rather, I mean, below it, gold looks better because below it and silver is still running into all this. So I'd rather look for the buys, irrespective of the bias, which is bearish. But very similar to gold, what we've done is form some minor resistance at the 4 hour support. So what I've been looking for is price to start to pop above that support formed at the 4 hour resistance, formed at the 4 hour support. And at that point, there's a good chance price will make a deeper pullback where I would look for potential rejection for a sell to take it back down. So once again, that might be a little bit of an area of concern. But to be honest, considering it's at such a strong level, and if it did get that price action catalyst on the closure above 30.387, I think that'd be enough to look for the buy. And again, if it does pull back a little bit further, you can look for the options to sell it. And that is silver. Can we do something in this zone? No. Yeah, it's at a very strong support. I'm gonna find it very difficult to sell it at the moment. So hopefully that makes sense. And thank you for the request. All good, mate. All good. So if this 15-minute close below, then would be the options. We pretty much bounced off that 2600 flat level, so I want to see price start to pop below it. I want to start seeing candle closures below it. We've not yet had any candle closing below it on the 5-minute as well. The 5-minute, we remain above that level, so it is a level of concern. It's obviously a psychological round number. It's a level that's going to be a lot of robots and that have orders set for those levels. Psychological round numbers, especially that one being a double zero, so 2600 flat. It's a significant level. So what I like is the fact that we'll form 5-minute support at that level, and if this 15-minute candle can manage to close below 2600 flat, then I would look for a sell based off that. And this has got to do a little bit with something that we'll share with the members later on. I'm just going to patiently wait just over 8 minutes for that option to present, and it could be, if it does close significantly below, there could be limit order options based on the 5-minute. Once again, to the left, we are very clean. So there is plenty of margin in the range for us to get involved. And this is fine. Once again, this is fine. I could look for potential limit orders as well. Now there could be a limit order in 2 minutes. Now this will be based off the 5. And this could just be a very risky entry with quite a tight stop loss. But based off the 5-minute catalyst, this candle closing strong below at 2600 flat level. Got an interruption just here. I kind of feel we're going to miss the move if not, and it looks like we may miss the move either way. So I just want to wait for this candle to close. Oh, it's dropping like it's hot, isn't it? That's already over 40 pips below. Sure, nice one, but it'd be even better if you called it prior to taking it. That's the only thing I'll say. But well done. Because anyone can jump in the chat. Well, I'm really happy for you guys, but anyone can jump in the chat and say, yeah, I just took profits. But what about the times you don't take a profit and you take a loss? All right. Oh, okay. Take profits too high is above entry. I've set a small limit order sell position. I'm going to target 26. So on IC markets, it's 2600.12 as a potential entry point. Price did pull back. Yeah, but it's flipping just now, so forget it. Just gone. So I'm removing it. This is what it is, guys, unfortunately. Gold is gone. It's making a move right now without me, so I just need some weight again. Plenty of time still. There could be, we could get the 15-minute pause just now as well on the following M15 prior to London Open. We still have clean traffic. Gone? Oh, all good, mate, all good. I'm just saying when you're entering it, but it's all good. I'm always happy to see you guys doing well, but it's not directed towards you in general. I mean, it's directed to everyone. Post your results for sure, but also it would be nice, because I always ask the question, anyone in any trades or anything, to try to get the chat to you over, and no one responds. But so just, yeah, like, guys are in a trade, all good. And I wish you all I really wish you all well. I hope we all are profitable. So just give more credit to the ones that say I'm looking to take a buy now or sell now. And yeah, obviously Franco does it on the stream a lot, Mr. Phil as well. Alright, so this 15 is almost about to close, so we're gonna wait and see how it closes. Sean, all good, mate. You don't have to. I'm just saying, I give a little bit more credit to those who do, but by all means, you're more than welcome to. And I'm glad that you had, you took a nice win. So well done. That's the main thing. That's the main thing, man. Alright, so the 15 is closing strong and bearish, closing below. Well, that's 2600 flat. Let's look to the left. Do I have some very clean price action to the left? Now the 5 minute is still valid now, based off this candle now. This candle has got no lower wick, so could put the entry back in. So 2600.12 is on IC markets. It doesn't necessarily need to pull all the way back to that level though, but that is what is a valid entry to me. It's just a matter of waiting for it to actually present. If it does, trigger me in, and if not, I just need to wait to see how this 15-minute candle closes. Closing the pre-London hourly and 30-minute. For further options maybe at the open. So right now, just put an order back in. But once again, if it flips, the order will be taken out. Stop loss is a bit of concern. So I've got a very small entry if it does trigger me in, because the stop loss is huge. What I could do is definitely manage it if it did begin to break the 5-minute high, seeing the entry is more based off the 5-minute time frame, but using the 30-minute and 15-minute closure, well, 15-minute closure below as the catalyst, and the fact that we're into clean traffic. So pending order, guys, I'm not in just yet. Pending order for me is set at 2600.1.12. This candle flips, I will remove it. It's no longer valid. Sean, you're looking at 196,919, so entry on JJ. If it gets triggered, and my buy is 97,291 if it gets triggered. Okay, nice one, nice one. 919, so you're looking for it below this wick. Yep, fair enough. Okay. Nice one, man. Let's see, it does pull back. Let's see what happens. Wherever it happens, I would just manage risk. That's it. That's the most important thing. Same with this, I'm about to be triggered in. It's moving a bit of volume. So I'm in. Moving a lot of volume, wow. Oof. Oh. I haven't closed any just yet, but I'm not liking this volume, to be honest. Yeah, I've closed half now. This is... Wow, this is gold. This is nasty. Yeah, I've closed half. Is just broke above, a little bit above that previous, that 5-minute high, which was the, not the 15. This is really, really strong volume. Yeah, I'm not liking this, guys. That is a heap of volume. That is, yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm gonna close it. Yeah, I'm out. 31 pip. That is not great. But again, it was a small, I did say small entry based off 5 minute. I don't like it though. Don't like it after, obviously I'm not going to sit in it because of the volume. This is just nasty. That cow's got no lower wick and it's just ripped straight up about, what, 50 plus pips? Let me look. 70 pips. Well, that previous 5 minutes, 60 pips. Didn't even give me a chance to put before and after. That is, man, that's hectic. That's a tough one. But anyway, is what it is. So based off the 5 minute interruption, but obviously it didn't work. 15 minute Alice prior to it, closure below. And it got wrecked. Not having a good run of it, guys. It's really not having a good run of it of late. But gotta stick to it. Things will change. Law of averages. Sorry guys, not a good start. Gold is going, another day, another break even. Same here, I jumped in because FOMO. Got break even day. Yeah, no FOMO for me, it was still an entry, but based off more of the 15 and 5, so yeah, it didn't work, so what can you do? So we'll raise taken. Once again, you just gotta take the good with the bad, guys. Can't swallow it too much. But right now, what I'd be looking for on gold is, well, we're rejecting, so we've really bounced off from the range below. So this, once again, it suggests to me if we continue to close back above that, at some point we could be looking at potential buy options. GJ, just no margin, unfortunately. Does look pretty good in the 15. You'd have to, if you were considering it, you'd have to take it as an early entry, knowing that there is a good chance it could bounce off this support. You definitely need to manage it just in case it does. There's something to the left on gold that I'm not necessarily seeing. Burst through that as well, so yeah, I'm not too sure why it pulled up where it did, but I mean, there's not much you can do about it now either way. So six minutes until session open. Upstart, guys. Sure, no, I'm not at all concerned, to be honest. I know it's all part of it. You go through patches, and I'm just having one of those patches at the moment. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, but it will turn. It happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. So, unfortunately, it's going to take the stream rate to under 70. That's under 80, sorry. Under 80 for the first time, but all good. Suppose the beauty about trading gold is the trades don't often last long, do they? Whether it be in a profit or a draw now. Sean, all good, mate. Thank you, and yeah, if you've had a good day, just consider chilling a bit. And best of luck. I'll catch you around. All good, buddy. All good. Oh man, look at it now. All you can do is smile. What else can you do? There's no point crying, no point being emotional. It's just gold. This is how it is. You can do things like that. It moves so at times really fast. At the moment, there is a shit ton of volume. Now, the only way I would reconsider an entry at this session open, if this candle does reject just now and close weak bullish, that is a really high probability entry on the following candle if it did actually do so. Great bit of an upper wick, and as it begun to break the minor support, the weak support, the low of the bullish 15-minute candle, there could be an option at that point. It's worked on the 15-minute time frame, not the 5. Never mind. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. See where this candle closes. Oops. Alright, so we really want to close definitely below 38.2, but big stop losses. This is very difficult. I really suggest going lower lot sizes at the moment. I've lowered my lot sizes a whole heap at the moment because gold is just tearing accounts to shreds with volume. It is really moving at the moment, so I would suggest really considering it because you got back to Mary's, you're going to have wider stop losses. But what I am considering is sells below this candle's low at London Open. I want to see a bit of an upper wick, and you're just going to have to trust that as for your stop loss to basically, to be honest, if it broke the low of this candle, lower high, lower low, breaking at minus support, with the catalyst on the 30-minute closing back, strong bearish. So whatever the low is on the 15-minute in your broker, I would set or consider once the new candle creates an upper wick, seeing a sell stop just a little bit below it, maybe 2 pips below. So I want to see a new candle create just a small upper wick, and I'm going to set a sell stop, and it's the last chance I'm giving it today based off the rejection of this. So we're closing by the looks of it below 2600 flat. So just a bit of an upper wick. Alright, I set a sell stop at 77. 25.96.77. And you're gonna have to use, at the moment I've got this the stop loss about halfway into this week, but as soon as it triggers in, I'm just gonna already move it down to just above the entry candle, whatever that might be. See, there's shit ton of volume right now on gold though. Alright, well, forget it. I'm removing it. It's too much volume on it right now, and if we were to continue bearish right now, I don't feel we necessarily need to pull back yet again to retest this zone. Maybe we're not ready just yet to continue to the downside, so I probably need to wait for a strong confirmation. Very, very difficult at the moment. That's the updated stream record. You can't help to. No. Strong rejection on GJ. Looks like it's coming back to the support. But for me, again, there's no real confirmation there. But yeah, so been a very tough start to November for me. Really tough. Definitely in the red so far, but I'm just being open and honest about. But it's just part of it. Again, it's been a fantastic year, so I have times where you take a few losses. It's a matter of how you bounce back. So once again, just got to continue to follow the plan, maybe a little bit more strictly, and not try to force it a bit based off the 5 minute and using the 5 minute 15. Probably best just to wait for my strength, which is the 30, and then using the other confluences within that candle. So the beauty of training is you learn on the job as well. Always progressing. There is no one, if someone says to you they know it all, or they never lose, you just run for the mountains. It's absolute bullshit. We all go through those times where you have a bit of a bad stretch. So it happens for me. It happens to be right now my third, I think, loss in a row. And it just is what it is. Like the bad with the good. Anyone currently in any trades right now? If so, feel free to share.
So on my side, also nothing on GU. So GU is pushing further down. That was not really an entry for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Makes also the things a little bit difficult, because now I need to wait until we close below this support area, which will be then also a one number.
Yep, below 128 flat.
Difficult. And also right now, getting in buys, I'm not so keen as I was before, because now we are closing in the range or in
the zone. Yeah.
And so makes the things a little bit difficult for me.
Yeah, it's really difficult at the moment. In a pretty solid downtrend, but it's hard to sell it into the current level, and there's absolutely no confirmation to buy it just yet. So once again, it just requires more waiting, which is the hardest part of trading.
Absolutely.
For most people. I like the look of EJ. Looks like it's at a pretty strong support, consolidating at it. So similar to what we mentioned on GJ before, if it closed above the resistance, it could be options. EJ looks even cleaner, in my opinion. for our support. So yeah, EJ looks really good. For the buy options, again, just based off where it's at, it probably is bearish in bias, but it is at a very strong support and forming consolidation at it. So now I'll just be waiting for that confirmation. Closure above, retest. There's your entry. Gold pulling back further, so entry points for buys. This point, closures above this swing point here is where the structure will flip bullish on the 30-minute time frame, that is. So yeah, so definitely look for closures above that point. And what I'm going to do now is just remove that zone. Of this as a 15-minute level. And now what I'll be looking for is rejection of 2610 for a potential sell, closes above for a buy on the 30. Just struggling around this 197 level. The support is still hovering back above it, so also quite difficult right now. To be honest, guys, I really would love to see gold and silver continuing to pull back. Personally, not so much for trade. I don't mind trading. I don't mind trade it to either direction. But I mean, I think I've mentioned it many times how I feel about those two as more so a store of value, not just an investment. But you know, capital protection, wealth protection as well. I think silver and gold are very good assets to accumulate. So always better if you get in on a bit of a pullback. Still could be sells below as well, guys. Seeing we have triggered in some buys and we are making another pretty healthy pullback. We did approach the lows again. And it would also be some potential sell options. GJ back above 197 flat. So from there is absolutely no confirmation from GJ right now. It's just consolidating. So very difficult, very choppy. Gold is moving, but it's just moving with a lot of volume. So everything is quite impulsive on gold. Just need to wait for it to set up yet again. Nothing at the moment. Mr. Phil sent a chart into VIP. EJ, yeah, I like it. Got some really nice charts, man. Nice one. Waiting for the pullback and sells below. Yeah, EJ does look actually very clean compared to GJ. So what I like about you know, Mr. Phil and Franco as well is they send in their charts and they follow the plan, which is, you know, really important. Really important. And they hold themselves accountable that way as well, sharing the results, and definitely a good way to go about things. Esther with gold, you can either buy or sell as long as the setup plays out. Very rewarding. Pips count, yeah, definitely can be very rewarding, but as we saw before, can also be very detrimental if you get the entry slightly wrong. So it turned out that particular entry type worked out in 15 as opposed to the 5-minute, but in doing so, pulled back a little bit too far for me to accept that drawdown. I had to close, but yes, it can be very rewarding. And it is by far my favorite instrument to trade. I wish I could be on for MY. I wish it wasn't midnight my time, because I would look at Bitcoin more, but it's just no point for me because I don't feel it has the volume during London session. If I was to trade it, it's better, I reckon, to trade it either Asian session or MY. Ones I've mentioned many times, the two biggest markets I think are Korea and the US. So I believe the Asian session is a more probable, or not necessarily more probable, but I think you probably get some nicer moves during it than what you would during London. But I really would like to trade it, but I just doubt the volume at this time of day. And I'm not going to stay up till 2 a.m. every morning trying to trade Bitcoin. Alts, guys, which altcoins are you guys invested in? Post the question in the community section of the Discord. No replies, so next. Yeah, I love trading London session, but again, just Bitcoin, cryptos, I don't think it's the right time of day to trade it. Could be wrong, but from what I've seen anyway. next for crypto. Yeah, I think so. Look, I'm not 100% sure, but just assuming also on anything. But I'm sure if I was to go back through the chart itself, most of the big moves come during the MI session, predominantly MI session, but some would also come of a day my time during the Asian session. Pretty sure for most part of London it'd be just range bound, bit of consolidation. I mean, that's pretty much Bitcoin, isn't it? Impulse, whether it be down or up, consolidates for ages, sometimes for weeks or months. I'd love to own one Bitcoin at the moment. Wow. Right, so we're 6.5 minutes away from the London open 30-minute candle closing, and at the moment, pretty candle, so we're still quite strong bullish. Don't have any confirmation just yet to do anything. It's a bit of a surprise. It's an XRP these days. Yeah, it's still probably the same level as last time I checked. Right, GJ is just trash. Absolute mess. all the excitement has died out of the charts right now. Just under 2.5 minutes now. Could have something similar setting up to what we were looking at in the 15 previously, the week pause candle for potential sell options below. It could have something similar present on the 30 just now. Now the issue is, if this closed the week bullish candle below this actual 30-minute support, you're running into the 15-minute level. So it's still, in my opinion, safer to get involved now below the actual lowest point of the current daily candle. But by the looks of it, this candle's going to close too strong of a bullish candle either way to look for the impulse sell. So we just wait, first of all, for the closure of this candle. Alright, so it's closing too strong of a bullish candle, so there's nothing just now on gold. It's going to just need to patiently wait. Thanks, all good, mate. Appreciate you for joining. Be looking to trade in my again. Still got some margin today for one more trade. Catch you later, guys. All good, man. All good. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. So take care, my friend, and trade safe.
So GU closed right now under support, Justin, but leaving without a wick.
Oh wow, of course.
So and then pushed quickly down.
Yeah,
in the first seconds. So not that funny way.
Very.
It makes also difficult, even if we create right now an upper wick and then maybe
no margin
breaking again low.
So that's gonna be your target. Yeah, you're not gonna have the margin, are you?
Yeah.
Look, it just depends, but yeah, it's not as attractive just now.
No, even right now, because the margin is very small, because as I mentioned before, right now I need maybe not a 10 pip stop loss, maybe I need a 15 pip stop loss, so it makes no sense right now.
Exactly, it's not worth it based off that. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so GJ was not bad at the end, closing below, but also no upper wick.
Yeah, GJ is a bit difficult also because the level it's at. very choppy these wicks. Plus you got some very strong support.
There's no margin there.
Yeah.
Also. Okay.
Off one again. GJ popping back up as well as we speak, so it's a very heavy area consolidation. So it looks of it not ready just yet to continue either down or to bounce off the support. Yeah, very difficult to get involved in any trade on GJ. This 197 level is pretty solid level. We have just closed below it though, first time by the looks of it. That could potentially be the catalyst. Oh god, I'm just gonna wait and see how this 15-minute closes. Closes a weak bullish candle like so. Then what this could be is just a little bit of a pause yet again, minus support forming. What we've done is we've pulled back to retest this previous level of support that we have broken. Pull back on a 30, leaving that long wick rejection. So if this 15-minute closed, once again a weak bullish candle creating that minus support upon rejection of that previous level of support. As soon as we begin to break it on the following candle, we look for a potential sell option. So really want this candle to close weak bullish, because at that point there we do form the support, we want to respect it. There's not much need for us to break it, and then we could just head back up, create a higher low and head back up to the resistance. However, if we do form that support just now and we begin to break it, so upper wick on a new candle, begin to break the support, there's a good chance that price will come back down towards the current daily candle's low. We close weak bearish, I'm not going to bother with it. Could show signs of exhaustion. So I mean, this would be fantastic if we closed pretty much as it is just now. So that's what I'll wait for. See if it does present in 8.5 minutes, and if not, might have to wrap it up. But once again, for me, any entry right now, I've really lowered lot sizes because the volume seems to be really It's really volatile at the moment. So what that often means is you're gonna have to have a bit of a wider stop loss. Yeah, and I'm getting pretty strict managing it. Well, I did let the other trade go into fair bit of drawdown. Well, didn't even blink the eye in that flip from. I dropped about 5 pips in less than a second. Esther, good job. That goes a compliment. Alright, so down it goes. Gold looking like it's coming back down to that support, so likely not going to get the option on what the plan before on the 15. EJ, this is just a very, very tricky level. Still feel the buys back above this 137, 197.30 at this point is the probable level where it could make a deeper pullback for the buy option. So it is a 30-minute resistance. Right now it's just a matter of trading other side of this consolidation, but the issue is to the downside there is no margin. There is absolutely no margin. You're hitting a strong level on a 4-hour time frame. I'm pretty sure it's daily one as well. And lines up with that to the left. So once again, just where we personally are at on the chart, I would prefer to try to get involved in buys, but I just don't buy it because I want to get involved in buys. I need to wait for some sort of catalyst, and for me that catalyst will not come until we close above this resistance.
Justin?
Yeah, mate.
Can you maybe take a look on GU?
Of course.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So we have this H4 support here right now.
Yeah.
And we have already broke it. So we closed also below this H4 support. How we could handle right now this support area? So should we right now skip, so completely cancel it, and maybe right now mark the M30
this low
zones there?
Yeah, you could to need it up. You need to wait for the confirmation first of all, because that will become your next entry point for sure. So what you could do now is just in the next 14 minutes anyway, once you have the confirmation, you could mark that in. And then you could also mark in this resistance, because that actually lines up with price being back above that 4-hour support to the left. So we know we are at a 4-hour support. We know it is a potential level price could bounce off. We know the resistance formed on the move to the downside, most recent resistance, lines up basically with price popping back above it. So I'm just marking these levels, and I'd say wait for a closure above that 128, 150, and look for, that's for me would be the potential buy zone above that level. And obviously look for the continuation sells, but the issue is like I mentioned before, the margin. But if you were to take it, you could get a decent stop loss based off maybe the entry candle or even the previous 30 if the volume does die down a bit. And it could be worth that entry. I mean, we've spoken about this many times. You can get a 5-6 pip stop loss on GU sometimes. So may be valid then below the support. But obviously it just depends on the stop loss.
Yeah, correct. So this was more or less my question at the end, and also I would mark it as you marked there. So okay, because right now canceling this H4 support, but having in mind for sure, makes a little bit visualize it a little bit better for the entry points here. Yeah,
that's what I'd probably be looking at.
Pardon me?
That's what I'd be looking at, those levels.
And for sure, maybe if we are creating right now, if the price is going up and we are creating again some resistance there, maybe also then looking for sales.
Yeah, correct. 100%. And the thing is too, if it does just burst through this level, then you can look for yourselves higher up. I mean, ideally, like to get involved in sales below 128.50.
Yeah, correct. Is my next level I marked up.
Yeah, it's a pretty important zone between 128.450 and 128.50 flat.
Because right now what the prices can do is a normal pullback because of the strong
move to downside.
So to some extortions there, going up a little bit, and then maybe take off for another bearish move.
Yep, correct. That's more preferable because it's with trading with the trend, trading with the bias, trading with the structure, trading with the strength of the daily candle. So definitely more probable and more preferable. But if it gives you the option or not, that remains to be seen, obviously.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure. Looking at gold again, so I mean the last shout would be if this 15-minute closes weak bullish, giving us a decent stop loss, targeting the current daily candle's low. Exact same scenario as what I mentioned on the previous candle. I'll stick around for a few minutes. Sorry?
Which will also will be looking good on the 1 hour.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, the week pause. So again, it relates across all the different time frames. So from obviously lower time frames up to not the hourly, still quite a low time frame, but the hourly to 4 hour, even the daily, you'll see these pauses and see what generally happens once price begins to break it. So the issue is I wouldn't want this candle to pull back all that far, because then you go have again a very wide stop loss. I don't want it for 50-60 pip stop loss, targeting the support itself below the current candle's low is only 25 pips, and once you count the spread at 23 roughly. So we don't want this to keep pulling back all that far. BJ also bouncing. Yeah, price action is quite tricky on gold at the moment. So the poll question is gold. I've got to look at these things. I send you a poll question all the time. Most of it's just about likes. So, but this one was about, is gold going to continue to pull back, or are we going to bounce? Majority of you have spoken to and in favor of a continuation of a pullback. So from the 30 votes, 63% think we're going to make it a deeper pullback. I can't sit in a fence. I'm going to be on the same side, to be honest. I think it could make still a bit more of a pullback. Still you wait turn way, yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. Wait, this current candle's pulling back. It's again, your stop loss can be way too far. Really would have wanted it to reject well within the high of that previous candle. You're looking at just now, stop loss is going to be minimum of around 38 pips, and you got a target around 23. It's not really fantastic, to be honest. It's not the best. 30 doesn't look great. It has to close below. That's just above 2600 flat. But based off the fib, major strength of this candle, I want it to close a weak bullish candle. So for me to consider it a weak candle, it's close below to 38.2% from high to low. And it has to close bullish. Create that support, and then have to wait a new candle cranking up a wick. Maybe start stop loss above the previous and adjust it to the entry candle. So that is the last potential entry I will wait for. If that doesn't present, I'm just gonna call it. Accept on my day again, which is totally fine. It's all part of the game. $5 gold is building up a story and stuff. Yeah, it's creating a, well, it's an interesting one. Create a higher high, a low, lower high, lower low. But it's also respecting a bit of a trend line by the looks of it. Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to present, but we'll wait, stick around for a couple minutes anyway to see. Could still reject. But it is, again, it's bopping about. BJ is bouncing at the moment. Oof. Again, consolidation, just a build up of liquidity. That's what it is. And look at it now. Gold still might present. So first things first, has to close below that horizontal. And the entry for me would be 25.99.25. Alright, looks like it could be valid, but need an upper wick. The new hourly counter as well, so definitely need an upper wick. So I've not set nothing. I'm waiting for it to pull back, create a bit of an upper wick. Let's create a bit of an upper wick. A little bit, much. Still waiting. Not set it just yet. All right. Don't mind this. It's not breaking straight away, which is good. Not the first minute. All right, so I've set an order. For 25.59, 25. 25.99, 25, sorry. Alright, just been triggered in. I'm definitely going to adjust stop loss to a bit above the entry candle. So I've adjusted the stop loss to adjust it to 50. Sam Roger, you're in. All right, let's see. Again, it's in a fair bit of drawdown, guys. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Last chance. Already adjusted stop loss, so just gonna let it be now. See how it goes.
I'm attempting to take a buy on GU.
Okay. Yep, based off that closure. Yep, that's nice. A really nice strong close. Let's see, is gold gonna do me over twice today? Good, potentially. But this one's a better entry. This one is a more probable entry. Let's go. Yeah, let's see. Looking okay now. Struggling. In and out of profit at the moment, but yeah, letting it ride, letting it do its thing for the time being, not managing it anymore, other than adjusting stop loss a little bit from the original stop loss. Alright, I'm gonna adjust stop loss now to just above the entry candle. I'm gonna let this thing ride a little bit longer. Alright, there's your 15. I'm gonna close half, get to break even. There we go. And I'm gonna let the rest ride. See how it goes. I'm still in drawdown for the day, guys, so I'm just gonna let it ride. I have secured some profit. Here we go. Come on. Let's go, gold. A few more, get to about 25 pip profit, and then I'll be back in the blue. So we're tapping into that support. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. All right, there you go. Job done. Up closed. Job done. Whew, that was a tough one, guys. Not gonna lie, we were in a bit of drawdown yet again. I thought for a second that perhaps we we're gonna get done twice. Got it back. This one was more probable. This one I'm more happy about and would have been more accepting of the loss if it had been a loss. But this one I'm definitely more comfortable with, more confident. This is definitely a pattern within price action that I would look to take a trade on every single day of the week. So good to see it work. And breaks it into that 3 trade losing streak. So puts it into the losing streak. About time. About time.
So great. Great trade, Justin.
Thank you. Thank you. How's you going? Still annoying? Was worth the wait. I mean, it's just about patience again. Gotta admit, maybe I try to force it a little bit in the first entry, and I did say last week to the members last Friday that I think I was trying to use intuition a little bit too much, and same thing earlier today. But good to see this one work. Sam, yeah, nice one. Good work, guys. Well done. So good comeback. Good comeback. So it ends the day for me in a small profit, which is okay. Wow, look at that. Whew. Wow. Oh, it is melting. So those of you who said we're going to continue a pullback, you are correct. All right, so that ends a decent day, guys. Not going to say it's a great day, but it's a decent day. Yeah, well done on getting involved. Apologies for those who took the earlier loss. it's good to end on a high note. Yeah, so for me moving forward now, may consider trading into MY. I'm going to be on with the VIP, so if something presents, I may consider taking an entry. But on gold, we've got some pretty clean traffic to the left, so if you're not in right now, I think you just need to wait for, once again, another pullback for price action to give you a signal. Now, what I would probably do is adjust this zone a little bit. Would I? No, I'd actually leave it in. And that could be a potential level of price pulls back to. So the deeper the impulse here, the better. The more margin we have. If it does eventually, well, when it eventually pulls back, look for a catalyst for sell options, take it back down. That is gold. I would be very hesitant to buy it right now. It's just in a big pullback phase. So personally, I'm still very bullish long term. And this is just a healthy correction in the grand scheme of things, in my opinion. GJ, nice closure above. But we're now stuck and we've tapped into a previous support to the left, and we are currently rejecting. So what would be nice to see on GJ, if price now did begin to consolidate, and if it closed back above that 197.50 psychological round number, there could be options to buy it above that level moving forward. I feel be hovering back above support here to the left, so it could provide some decent options, quite clean to the left of that as well. And now if we do consolidate and begin to pop back below the support forming within the consolidation, so that will look a bit like so. There could be options to sell it back down towards the current daily candles low. That is GJ. Wow, look at gold melt. I'm happy to get out where I did either way, because it is a pretty strong support and got the result. So it's still well done. Good work, guys. All right, so it looks like most of you got that one. Good job. Good comeback. And I will post those trades into the members group, and I'll also make mention of them on IG. If you're not following, make sure to do so. Guys, tomorrow I'll be on same time as per usual, so do keep an eye out. Once again, for updates, follow me on IG. If you can, follow the new TikTok channel as well, that'd be much appreciated. I do plan on streaming on there as soon as I get enough followers, which I don't have at the moment. But yeah, that's about it. If you'd like to know more about the Discord, the VIP, link down below, click on it. I'll give you some information about that, and also make sure to join the free Telegram group. Not Telegram, Discord. I don't know why I said Telegram. Anyway, guys, take care. Have a good one. Till tomorrow. Actually, then, members, I'll see you guys later on. I'll keep you guys updated in the chat. See you guys. Cheers.